are recording, right?
Yes.
Let's do it.
So anything you can and do say will be held against you on Monday Night Heroes. And we welcome you. Where we are playing Old School Essentials, Advanced Fantasy. And we got a little bit more of a player shakeup this week. So now we're back to the old continuities for suckers. This week we have gained a dwarven cleric and lost a human bard. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. All right.
There's no bar.
So
Lost is such a strong word. I would say maybe we misplaced him.
you left him in the Chamber of Echoes.
The acoustics
So-
in here are incredible, man.
The ceiling already fell down, so let's go. All right, so I think at this point we can introduce the players of our little thing, and then we'll just give a small background and get back into it. So, Wes, who are you?
Yes. Hi, I'm Wesley, and tonight I am playing Steerpike, in a skillful robber of people and putter of things in people's backsides.
Yeah, you really need to think about what you're saying before you say it.
uh,
Rodney, who are you today?
I am Silric Talrim, an elf warrior seer, to use the appropriate level titles.
Right on. And Nick.
I'm playing Sargolg, the half orc barbarian, the greatest warrior in all the land.
And finally, we have no bard. So, Matt, who is back with us.
I'm playing Dagmar, youngish dwarven cleric of Moradin, not long out of the dwarffold.
You better watch out, or Steerpike's going to put something in the dwarf hole.
Ugh.
Indeed, that might happen.
All right. So last time you went back to Echo Cavern to take care of some unfinished business, which you finished. Along the way, you picked up a squire, to use the correct level nomenclature, named Beryl, who had the unfortunate luck to have seen and heard her entire hero cadre party get their brains ripped out of their heads. So you've taken her along to because it's the right thing to do, I guess. So she is with you along with the human fighter. Yes,
Zurt.
that guy, Zurt, who hasn't really comported himself very well. He's yeah, he's like he's there, he attacks and everything, but he's definitely been on the whiny side of getting hit.
It's okay, Zurt. It happens to a lot of first levels.
You guys are bad luck. That's all it is. You're jinxed.
Hey, you bravely fought away, and that's all that counts.
Okay, now some of you have leveled up. Yes.
Yes.
So no
Yes.
longer are we all first level. So there's that. Huzzah! And those of you who haven't are well on their way, correct?
I believe so.
Yeah.
All right. So it takes a little over a day and a half to get back to the village. So we'll just go through a night, see if anything is going on, and then we'll get you back in the village. So hiking through the jungle. Do you have any particular order or anything that you prefer to do this in?
I suppose I'll be skulking ahead to make sure that all the rabbits are in their holes and whatnot.
All right. I'm assuming that means that you're paying attention.
Yes, indeed. That is.
All right. So you make it through the day, really with no issues. You come to the same spot where you rested last time. You did this exact same thing. Any changes? Like now you have an extra person this time. You have Beryl, who does not seem like she is in great shape to be keeping watch. She's definitely calmed down a bit, and but the whole way going back, she's been very sullen. She has jumped at shadows through the forest, so maybe you can hear like some monkeys in the trees, and she'll like quickly look up there, tense up, and then relax. So yeah, she's a little jumpy.
I am going to try and comfort her.
What does that actually mean?
I'll just lean over and go, I know things will seem a little scary, with all that stuff that happened down the tunnel, but I would tell you, there is something watching over us clearly. Something mystical, something good and incredible. I saw a miracle down there. So
Hey, Beryl.
She so your charisma is 7?
Yes.
Yeah, she kind of as you approach her and put out your arm to comfort her, and she cringes away from you. And she says, "There's no miracles down there. There was only death."
I'll do. Well, things definitely died, but they weren't us. They definitely didn't die.
But they were her
Well-
friends, you goof.
What, those brain things?
Probably.
Yeah, well, you tell that. You tell that to. Tell that to my friends. Tell that to the Iron Reavers. Tell that to Caspar. Tell that to Esther. Tell that to Maeve. Tell that to Hrothgar. Okay, you and your fucking miracles. And she turns away from you, and then she makes the sign of Saint Cuthbert in the air and mutters something about please forgive her.
Well, that was my good deed for the day.
I think Cuthbert's all right with that, kid.
All right.
Get some rest. You and me got third watch.
All right, then.
Not you.
Yeah,
Mr.
so,
Sensitive.
how many watches and who's on them?
I'll take the middle of the night one since I can see in the dark.
I'll take one of the daylight ones since I don't have night vision.
I'll take whichever one the third one is.
All right. And so there's 4, 5, 6 of you, 3 watches. So who's pairing up with whom?
I'll pair up with.
Zurt, he needs some encouragement, man.
Okay.
All right, and you're taking the second. Which? All right. So you'll go with Zurt. There's Sargolg. Matt. Dagmark will go with Steerpike.
Yes, Steerpike.
Sure.
All right, and then Silric will be with Beryl. All right, so who's on the first watch? Is that going to be Zurt and Sargolg?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so the first watch passes without anything untoward happening. You and Zurt have similar, I guess, natures, and you pass your time boasting about past exploits, which you may or may not have actually done.
They have a boasting competition.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, well, I remember I was in the irregulars working for King Cuffle. This is back in the day. Yeah, and he's like, and we had to go and steal our way into to this peasant town because we had run out of rations. So there's me and my mates. It's about 20 of us breaking into barns and stealing cows and flour. And it's stuff like that. When all of a sudden we were set upon by, it must have been 40, no, 50, or I mean Knowles. That kind of thing. All right. So the second watch is going to be Steerpike and Dagmar, right?
Yes.
Okay. I would like for both of you to make to roll against your wisdom.
Ooh,
Just
wisdom.
roll under
Okay.
on a D20.
I actually make that. I rolled a 5.
How about Dagmark?
Missed it by 1.
Okay. So, Steerpike,
Mm-hmm.
you think you hear some rustling going on around the mule.
All right. Well, taking out my broadsword, I shall attempt to move silently towards the rustling.
Is your move silently still?
It's 30 currently.
It's 30. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So you make your way over to the mules, and What are you using for a light source?
I assume there's like a fire burning nearby.
Yes, but that illuminates like anything outside of that fire is hard for you to see. It's dim. It's the middle of the night. You can see shadows, but you definitely can't see a lot. But if that's what you're using, then you get to the mules and you notice that that the saddlebags are missing, and then you hear rustling going on in the forest. But there's always rustling going on in the forest, especially now at night. You hear like things up in the trees. You hear insects chirping.
All right.
But your saddlebags are missing,
Mm.
along with the portion of your loot.
Let's see. Almost over to Dagmark. Go, Dagmark, we've been robbed. We need light. For everyone else to go searching for a robber or thieves.
Do I see anything out in the woods?
How far does your infravision extend?
60 feet.
So what exactly are you doing?
I kind of quietly walk up to Steel Pike and then look out into the woods, see if I spot anybody.
No. If it's night, it's hard to tell. You don't see. You might see very faintly on the edge of your vision. You might see a faint trace of heat, but it's hard to tell what it is. It could be anything.
I'm going to try to quietly move in that direction.
All right. All right. So you're a dwarf. You're not very good at quiet in the woods. But
especially because I'm wearing chain armor.
Right. So you clink and where you're going, you definitely notice that as you go further into the woods, like the noises around you stop. You are definitely being invasive. How far are you going to go in?
Is that heat source retreating from me, or is it staying in place?
Hold on. It is retreating from you. And it's going quickly.
I'm going to yell, "You there, halt!"
So yeah, no one is halting, but with that, you've woken everyone else up.
What the hell, man?
What's going on?
According to Steel Pike, somebody went through our packs, and I see somebody running into the woods or something.
Our saddlebags are gone.
Get him! Sick him, Sargog!
Start running through the brush after the rustling. And I go, you suck at watching.
He's
I
Sean
was looking
Connery.
the opposite way.
So you start running through the woods, and at this point, You can hear things above you, like going away from you, like monkeys in trees, things on the ground. You could see in their key signatures moving away from where you are. You're a half orc barbarian on the warpath, crashing through the through the woods. Things are everything is running away from you.
Ah!
The back at the camp, so you're running for a while. You can't really. You don't have trailcraft enough to follow something in the woods at night.
Yeah, I was gonna
Maybe
say,
during the day.
dark.
Yeah, maybe during the day you'd be able to. The thing is that everyone is woken up, but Zurt is missing.
Which one's Zurt again?
The fighter that we've had since the beginning. Nearly.
So it looks
was
like he stole the trail or stole the saddlebags and made a break for it into the forest. But there's only one place he's going, which is the village of Hommlet, obviously.
But why would he tear off through the jungle?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe he's meeting some partners or something.
Well, do you want to light a couple of brands and take off after him? Or do you want to wait till morning and try to track him with daylight and however much distance?
Probably be easier in the daylight. I can't track anything. This is my field.
Do I have anything right levels like tracking?
No.
Yeah, you need a ranger to do proper tracking. So, like if you had a ranger, I'd let you do it at night. As it is, you're gonna have to, concentrate and do stuff during the day.
Well, daylight it is.
Sargog!
Yeah.
Come on back. It's probably Zurt. We'll find him in the morning.
Make sure my sword is extra sharp. Somebody's gonna get stuck at the backside.
Really got to think of a better way of saying that.
Barrel.
You certainly lead interesting lives.
You could say that. And I don't want to ask this of you. And you're perfectly willing to say no. But would you like to join us so we can get our shit back?
Well, I would like to punch something very much, yes.
Well, you've seen
I think
Zurt.
it would be,
He's got a very punchable face.
I think it would be very therapeutic, yes.
He might even cry a little bit.
Okay, yeah, I'll help you out.
Excellent. Thank you.
It's only fair. You brought me from that hellhole.
That's what you would have done for one of us.
Okay, so in the morning then.
Well, sure. Rest up. I'll take third watch by myself.
All right. Well, nothing happens on the third watch.
Yay! Somebody steals the rest of your shit.
Well, no, it's my encounter table.
Right.
Zurt was going to rob you no matter what, but the encounter table.
Well, And I found myself a new walking, talking meat sheath.
Again,
Meat
just really need
cheese?
to. You really need to like think about what you're saying before you say it.
Meat
This is what
cheese.
happens when I think.
Meat
I-
cheese. He said that on purpose.
I didn't. I thought we'd be better than the other one.
No, that was
Meat-
decidedly worse.
meat cheese. Oh God. Mm.
Where is happening?
Alright,
It's not
so-
below.
Dawn breaks. After a quick breakfast, you break down your camp. Are you heading towards Hommlet, or are you going to try and follow Zurt's trail through the woods, the jungle?
What do you think? Do you think he's going back to Hommlet, or do you think he has a hideout in the jungle?
I'll personally think he might have a hideout in the jungle.
That's what I would think too, because otherwise you would have to expect us to kill him the moment we saw him.
Your accent's a little muddled there, Sargulg. Where are you from again?
Somewheres
Are you from North Kilt Town?
Yes.
from your mom's house.
Oh, you used the wrong accent for that one. All right. What about you, Dagmark? What do you say?
I say we track down this guy and get our stuff back.
Yeah, but is he running through the jungle to a hideout, or do you think he's going straight back to town?
Are we in a jungle or a forest?
A jungle.
You're in the jungle.
Around Hommlet?
Yep.
This is my fucking Hommlet.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Harry Gygax is dead. Long live Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Confused too.
Steve's Hommlet is in the Vietnam type.
We're in
region.
Vietnamlet.
Hence the CCR. Vietnamlet?
That's canon now. Yes, it's a jungle. And you are in.
I would say go through the venture through the jungle, although none of us are trackers is the only problem, but it sounds like he was moving pretty quickly and not trying to cover his tracks, so
Yeah, I think a little daylight would be helpful with that. All right. Through the jungle it is.
All right. So you're going to run through the jungle.
Yes.
All right. Well, put me in, coach. We'll get you down on the corner.
And since it's us, we'll probably bungle in the jungle too.
No, that's the wrong band.
I know. But it's appropriate.
All right. So you start to follow Zurt's trail, and he was not, stealth wasn't really on his mind. But the thing you do notice is that he is going away from the direction of where Hommlet would be, or is. Vietnamlet. So
He was going in the opposite direction.
yes.
He ain't going on.
Well, not the opposite. Not in the opposite direction, just not in the direction.
Oh.
Okay. So, somebody roll a D6.
I got a 2.
Okay. After a while, you actually lose the trail. and find yourself deeper in the jungle.
Oh no.
That's what I'm talking about. All right.
We're lost in the jungle.
4. Ooh,
Ah.
this is kind of fun. So as you are running through the jungle, you find somebody give me a D6 roll.
Oh God, a 3.
All right. So you hear like off in the distance, you see, you really can't see anything, but you hear like it almost sounds like a conversation. In a language that is not common. As a matter of
Vietnamese.
fact, yes, it's no. Vietnamese is pretty common around here.
Oh. Is it Tagalog?
It may be. No.
This is Tagalog. Jeez.
I've never been to Peter Luger Steakhouse in Brooklyn. They're
Oh, my bad.
Damn, man. What the fuck? Language it is. No. 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 You hear some sort of gobbledygook up ahead in gruff voices. It sounds like there's 4 voices.
Steerpike, go check it out.
Indeed, I shall. And so, moving silently once again, I shall check out the mysterious whispering.
All right. The rest of you hear Sargal crashing through the forest as he goes through towards where the voices are coming. Stairpike, you see a little bit ahead through the trees 4 large, hairy goblinoids, big things. And they haven't detected you. They look like they're arguing with each other over something. They're bugbears,
Mm.
and there's 4 of them.
Am I within eye shot of the party still?
No, because you're in a dense jungle.
Okay. All right. In that case, then I'm gonna try and get a look at what they're arguing over.
How are you doing this?
Let's see. I'm gonna try and circle around until I can find like a opening in the branches that allows me to just look through and see what they're arguing over.
Hey, as you turn, you snap on a twig, and all of them stop talking and look in your direction.
All right. I will try.
What
and
is your
have
hide in shadows?
20.
All right. One of them says something in bugbear and charges over toward where you are. It has a spear, and it starts poking the spear into the undergrowth, right where you are. So, what's your armor class?
Armor class is 5. And I currently have 3 hit points unless somebody else I was able to heal.
And you can have another 1d3 from spending the night resting.
Cool.
And didn't you level up? Didn't you get another hit die for leveling up?
I did. Oh, I didn't realize I had those points as well on top of that. I did not realize that.
Yeah. You don't get everything, but you can add a hit die that you earned.
Okay, that'll work. Cool.
And you said your armor class is what, 5?
Correct.
Okay. The spare barely misses you. It comes fucking close. Maybe takes a few hairs off. And then he says in English, come out wherever you are. Come out. And the rest of them start fanning out. All right. So the rest of you hear, like, it goes silent. And then you hear, come out wherever you are.
Well, compatriots, I believe it is time to go to work.
Okay, somebody roll a d6.
A 5.
All right, you guys can go first. As a matter of fact, they are so busy looking for steer pike that I will give you a surprise round because I rolled a 1. I'm not being very generous. I really rolled a 1 on the encounter. Okay. So in next order, it's come to my attention that steer pike, Sargold, and Silric all have the same decks.
Oh,
So you guys can figure out who wants to go first.
I'll wait for the others to react first and then act after them.
all right. Sargold, you gonna rush in or you gonna let me take a shot?
I'll let you take a shot,
All
and
right.
then I'll rush in.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to be at medium range here,
Okay. Cool.
and you are trying to hit armor class 5.
AC 5. All right. So that is a 14 or better. That's a 5. So that's definitely a miss. And that die is going to jail.
All right. Sargold, what are you doing?
I'm rushing in there.
All right. You
Yeah,
you rush in with your most barbarianish yell, your mighty yell, and you're
and wielding my pink
trying.
axe.
Yes, and you're trying to hit armor class 5.
Damn, I was 2 off. Okay. I miss.
You added all your stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
I rolled a 9, so it's 12
Oh.
total, and I needed a 14.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Steer pike.
All right. With all this commotion, as one of them turned their back to me.
No, they're still looking for you.
Dang it! I thought that would distract them enough to.
You're like, there's one sticking a spear into the undergrowth where you are.
I was hoping they'd
And
be
then
dumber.
an arrow comes through, right? Comes through the clearing and hits a tree. And then Sargol comes yelling in, swinging his axe. And that's where you are.
All right. In that case, then
Your move silently. I rolled like a 90, so they know you're there.
Well, all right. In that case, then time for Plan B, which is that one's already on top of me.
You could try
Yeah.
to hide in the undergrowth and get
That's what I
advantage
was-
on them.
That's what I was going to try and do, is try to get away and hide. But sounds like that plan is.
Yeah, it knows you were there. You would,
Yeah.
it would have to like be distracted by something else to
Yeah.
not be looking for you.
So yeah, in that case, then I guess I'm going to have to take out, do it the old sword way. Then just go directly at it with my sword.
Okay, you're trying to hit armor class 5.
On, doing that good 14. 15, yes, that hits.
Okay, then you can roll your damage.
Oh yeah. 8. That's a 2.
All right. It screams in bugbear, which is ow. All right. Okay. Tag mark. Dagmar.
I'm gonna run up next to Sargol and attack whatever one he's attacking.
Okay. All right. You're trying to hit armor class 5.
Not with 4. That is a swing and a miss.
That's not going to do it. All right. And finally, Squire Barrow goes, well, at least I get to punch something in the face. And she like unsheathes her sword and runs in with the mantras of Cuthbert on her lips. That goes 19. And she hits one. She's going to hit the one that hasn't been hit yet. So she is using a sword and takes a nice right slice out of the fucker, who also screams in bugbear. All right, now it is Bugbear's turn. All right, so Wes, the one that is on you, says, aha! And hits you.
Oh crap!
I mean, what'd you expect?
No, I was hoping you would miss.
Does 1 point of damage. As the spear nicks you. So Silric has not made it into the glade yet, the one that Beryl hit is going to turn and try and hit Beryl. Swinging its sword, it hits. Wow.
Good roll.
Yeah, I rolled a 19. Which is one more than it needs. And she's hit pretty severely. Not I've gone down severely, but she's like, oh! Blood splatters everywhere. And the third one is going to either go for, well, Sargolg, I guess, is bigger and louder. What's your armor class, Sargolg?
3.
Is it 3?
Yep.
So, and that is going to hit, and that is going to do 2 damage.
Boo.
All right, somebody roll a d6.
Oh. 5.
Okay, I rolled a 4, so you guys get to go again. All right, Silric.
I guess I'll draw my two-handed sword and go back up barrel.
Okay. So you draw your two-handed sword and rush into the glade. You are trying to hit armor class 5.
That is a 14 on the nose.
That hits. Please roll your damage.
10.
That it like you basically rip its face off with your sword. It turns to you and says, "Oh, you shouldn't have done that, you freaking elf." Okay, next is Sargold.
I'm gonna try to take another swing at it.
Okay, you're trying to hit armor class 5.
So just for wielding it and attacking, I get 2 HP back.
Yes.
Or do I have to hit? Tight.
Nope. It's as long as you're wielding that sword in combat, you start to heal HP.
I missed.
It's not Stormbringer. It's Exotl. Do you don't have any? You haven't taken any damage, have you?
Well, I took 2 last turn and then I just regained it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So your you could see that as your wounds start to knit, it is replaced by very like bubblegum pink flesh, like the same color as the axe.
That's what comes back in my wound.
Yes. So it knits you together, but it's pink.
All right.
Like
Violently.
bright neon pink?
Yeah, like bubblegum pink.
bubblegum
Yeah.
pink.
Barbie Barbie pink?
No, like bubblegum, not
Bubble-
Barbie.
Bazooka Joe
Think of-
pink.
Yes, Bazooka Joe pink.
Ooh.
I'm assuming like you have like this greenish brown skin. Now you have like a line of pink. Where
That's
the
great. Fantastic.
All right, Steerpike.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I will once again put the sword into the bugbear stone.
All right, please say that in English because I don't know what.
I will hit bugbear with blade until it dies.
I was gonna say he's
Okay.
attacking. He's attacking
Yes,
with the sword.
but all right, you're trying to hit armor class 5.
And I don't with a 3.
Okay. Tag mark.
I'm swinging again too.
Okay.
14 exactly. That's a hit.
That will hit.
Two points of
So,
damage.
2 points. 2 points of ammo.
Nobody puts bugbear in a corner.
All right. And then finally, Beryl.
Bugbear in the corner.
I thought it
For
was
Cuthbert. She yells for Cuthbert and slices one and takes down the bugbear that her and Silric were fighting. It is now the bugbear's turn. One of their number has gone down, so we are going to see. Okay. So the one that was attacking that Dagmar and Sargog were fighting goes, "Oh my God, they killed Kenny!" And the one that Wes was fighting goes, "Oh, these blokes aren't pushovers. Let's get the fuck out of here!" And they turn and they run into the forest.
Exit stage left.
Hey man, I failed that moral test or morale test, so you
And get out of here even.
if Circle takes enough damage, that's how he's going to have to be speaking when he becomes bright pink. Oh no, Snaggletooth was yellow. Never mind.
He wasn't pink? Damn, I'm thinking
No.
of
You're
You're
thinking
thinking
of
of
Pink
the Pink
Panther.
Panther.
I was gonna say, I guess I'm thinking of Pink Panther.
Yeah, the
Yeah, so-
Murgatroyd.
Murder.
Oh, elves even and dwarves. Exit stage left. They put out DC Comics put out a Snaggletooth comic where he was like an effeminate actor. It was, I don't know what they were thinking.
Fair.
Who knows?
But yeah, there's a DC Comics. He teamed up with somebody. I mean, wasn't anything that I was willing to read. So anyway, so this particular bugbear, they do not stop to get their compatriot. So he does have some items on him.
What does he have on him?
I'm rolling that right now.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I couldn't tell that that's what you were doing.
It's not a lot. Ah. So he has 80 copper and 5 gems. He has one worth 50 gold pieces. One worth 500 gold pieces. Maybe that's what they were arguing over. 100 gold pieces. Yeah, this guy like had all the gems on him. Apparently, they were probably trying to figure out how they were going to split it. But you have one for a 50 gold piece gem, 3 500 gold piece gems, and a 100 gold piece gem, and he also has 80 copper on him. All right, so after the fight with the bugbears, you retrace your steps to the point where you think you lost Zurt's trail, and you're able to pick it up and follow it the rest of the day. It does continue to go on after it gets dark. So what do you guys want to do?
Do we camp here or do we light torches and try to press on?
So if you try and press on, it's going. So in the jungle, you have a 3 in 6 chance of getting lost. It's going to increase to 4 in 6.
I was gonna say it's gonna be.
So it's definitely going to be harder.
I suppose we can camp out.
All right. So now there's only 5 of you. What are the watches going to be like?
Well, I'll take the earliest watch since there's still probably daylight left.
I'll take the middle of the night.
I'll take the one in between.
Okay. Yeah, so as you guys are sitting around and joking and making food and stuff, Beryl thanks you so very much for rescuing her, and a fight is exactly what she needed. Who's hurt? Who's hurt the worst out of all of you?
I believe that could be Dagmark or Steerpike.
I'm just down a hit point. I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm down 3 hit points.
She doesn't like you. All right, so she touches your head with her hand and starts to say a prayer to Saint Cuthbert, and you can gain 4 hit points back.
I am restored.
And she says something about having to swallow her pride. It's part of the St. Cuthbert's way, and do what is for the greater good.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it all works out.
So, tell us about your
All right.
friends.
Well, it's we were adventurers just like you, looking for work. We were told that this woman was a hermit doing strange things in there, and we were supposed to go and give her a wellness check. And I guess we failed the wellness check, but luckily you guys came along and rescued me. You have my undying gratitude, and I will stand by you and protect you to the best of my ability. So says I on the cudgel of St. Cuthbert.
Cool.
Yay.
I still want my share of experience and treasure, but
Well, absolutely. What's ours
Yes.
is yours.
okay. So during the night, you have the first watch, second watch, third watch. All right. All right. So on the second watch, who's got the second watch?
I do.
Me too.
Oh, I thought you had the
Okay.
depth of night.
I thought there was only 3 watches. Are there 4?
There's
Oh.
3 watches.
Okay, then I'll
Yeah.
trade off. You can have the. When you said middle of the night, I thought you meant like third watch.
No, but second.
The darkest part till dawn. I'll take third watch.
Yeah.
then.
Okay, so second watch is you, Matt?
Yeah, and hopefully somebody else has infravision.
The elf does.
Yeah, I'll hang out with Dagmark. We don't get to hang out as much as we once did.
The whole. I don't think the whole dwarf elf thing is in effect.
Well, no, we're hanging out.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you guys are buds. You put it aside your racial differences.
My elves are cool with everybody.
Because it's Vietnam. I'm sorry, I love that. It's hilarious.
Viet Hommlet.
Yeah, Hommlet.
All right, so during your watch, you hear it's a crashing in the forest, but it's on purpose,
The fuck?
right? Like you could tell that like it's somebody deliberately making noise to let you know that they are there.
Coming into the
And
firelight.
into
Oh,
the
wait.
firelight
Oh wait,
steps a man. He's got no armor. It's a little hairy. Bright, bright orange hair, like almost violently Irish hair. And instead of streaked with white, he's an older gentleman. It's actually streaked with black. He's got a jerkin and and pants and the whole get up in a bindle, and he sits down by your fire and says, "Howdy."
I'm gonna look over at Dagmar. Howdy. And you are?
Well, Pitsami.
I'm sorry, say that one
And-
more time.
Pitsami.
Have we heard of this guy before? That name sounds familiar.
I might ask the same of you. Who are you? And he looks around and says, his chest kind of puffs out and says, "In my jungle." And then he gives like a smile that glints in the firelight.
We're looking for somebody that may have passed through the jungle here carrying some saddlebags. Have you seen anybody like that?
Saddlebags, eh? What'd he do? Did he break
We're
you
just concerned about his health.
off? Well, some of the people who walk through this jungle should be concerned about their health. But I haven't seen your friend. But that's all anyone can talk about is this big old guy just running through the jungle, not stopping.
What do you mean, everybody?
Everybody. The monkeys, the elephants.
Ah,
That's all they're talking about.
so you can communicate with the denizens of this forest.
I should be. It's my jungle, like I said.
What could we offer for your assistance in tracking down this friend so that we may exit your jungle with haste?
Well, I wasn't really going to pay much attention to this guy because he doesn't look like he can hold his own with all it would take was one python and he'd probably be history. But I wasn't going to hinder him either, but he seems to concern you. And he looks around. You helped rid my jungle of some pesky nuisances. And I did want to thank you for that.
Oh.
I don't particularly like bugbears, and I don't particularly, well, I wasn't in the mood to deal with them myself. So you did me a favor. They all come from the same place, and I'm sure that's where your friend was heading. Deep in the jungle, there is an old moat house. Long ago, this moat house was a staging area for banditry, and other nefarious things.
Oh, regular hive of scum and villainy.
Yes, well, the humans in that village down at the gateway, I believe it's called the Hommlet.
Yes.
They cleared it out 20 years ago. Maybe longer. Time is slippery sometimes. Anyway, they cleared it out. But recently activity has started again. Now, all of your trappings, your gems, your jewels, your magic swords, I don't really care about them. But do care when things use my jungle for their own purposes that are cross to mine. I am 99% sure that this is where your friend is heading. And if he is your friend, I'm going to give you a little bit of advice that you should probably rethink your friendships.
Yes.
Maybe take a course or two in psychology. But I would say that this is where he is going. He just seems like the type. And he's going in that general direction. It's about another day's march away from here. Once you hit the river, follow it upstream, you can't miss the place. It stinks of evil. I'm sorry, it stinks of chaos.
We appreciate your help.
Now, well, if you can nip this in the bud, so to speak, I would be prepared to give you leave in my jungle.
We would appreciate that. And what do you say, Dagmark? Shall we
Sounds good.
dispose of his problem?
Sounds like a plan.
Excellent. He reaches into his bindle and pulls out a really long tiger claw. And he gives it to you. And he says, once you've done this deed, this claw will be your sigil for passage in my jungle.
You want to hang on to it?
You're me.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
It's just some sort of amulet.
No, it's a tiger claw.
Oh, it's a tiger claw. So would I just have to hold it and brandish it or something? No.
Yeah. And with that, he leaves the firelight. And as he gets out of the range of your infravision, you see him go onto all fours and gallop away like it was a natural thing. His temperature might have gotten a little hotter too.
Well, that was weird.
Maybe. But don't you love adventuring? Back home, I'd never see anything like that. Just some jackass
either.
turning into a deer once in a while. The animals are much cooler than in the forest where I grew up.
Not a lot of animals in our dwarven keep.
All right. So the next watch passes without incident. And following the instructions given to you by Sami, is that what I call him?
Pitsami.
You make it to a river. Several times you hear scurrying, as if something big were getting out of your path. And you encounter nothing. And you make it to the river and follow it up upstream. Eventually, you come to a swampy area. And as you trudge through the swamp, you see the remains of a moat house. Like on an island in the middle of the river. So, let me get the moat house. This is what I really have been trying to level you guys up for. So
Alrighty.
you don't die.
Well, what do we see lurking about the moat house from our current vantage point?
So the moat house is basically a square of walls, with the four corners are rounded towers. The whole thing is in ruins. You can see parts of the wall have caved in. A number of the towers have collapsed. And there is a path that you are following that splits off, and one goes directly towards the keep, towards what looks like a dilapidated drawbridge that has seen better times. It looks like it's basically collapsed. It still spans the moat, but it at least from a distance, it doesn't look like the chains are still up. So what are you guys doing?
Well, this is the place.
Oh, and you
Yeah,
can all
most
get
definitely.
a D3 of resting yourselves
Ooh.
if you need it.
D3 or what?
And-
Healing?
Yep.
Yeah. For spending the night resting. Some of you have spells that you should have. So I'm assuming, Rodney, you're taking sleep.
Yes, both spell slots.
Well, you don't have to. Okay. Do you have to do it like that? You do
Yep.
have to do it like that. Yeah. It's the cleric. And what are you taking, Dagmar?
I'm just praying. I mean, I thought I could just pick a spell on the
Okay, so
fly.
you- Okay, yeah, you can. That's sure. My fault. All right. Okay. So the path cuts through like a heavy marsh, and as you're walking down, two giant frogs leap out of a puddle of water. and attempt to swallow you. So,
Nope.
Oh boy.
so there's 5 of you. Let's see who gets you. They surprise you. That's a 1, 2, and 4. So a 2 and a 4. So that is going to be Sargolg and Dagmar. All right. Let's have to find out what their Thaco is. I'm assuming it's Frog Giant. There we go. All right.
You're a Thaka.
And proud of it. Okay. Sargol, your armor class is 3.
Yeah.
So a tongue whips out. And like slaps you, but it doesn't hit. You know, it just like slaps you in the armor. And Dagmark, what's your armor class?
4.
Dagmark actually is hit. So you are going to take a point of damage. Great. But you are being pulled into the maw of the giant frog.
Oh shit.
So it's pretty quick. I'm going to give you 2 rounds. Yes. Okay, so yeah. Yep, I'm going to give you two rounds to not be eaten. Okay, so somebody roll a d6.
One.
Okay, well, the first giant frog, the one that attacked Sargolg, is going to try and attack you again and misses. The second one is just pulling Dagmark in. It can't do anything else. All right, so between Silric, Sargolg, and Steerpike, who wants to go first?
The one that keeps attacking Sargolg and miss things, is it still sorry, I'm trying to say, is it considered in melee at this point, or is it still like not quite melee but attempting to be?
No, it's not quite melee.
Then I will put an arrow into it.
Alrighty. You are trying to hit armor class 7.
Oh yeah. Let's see. That's let's see. And what's its and it's is it it's this would be probably close range. So yeah, that hits it right on the dot.
Okay.
All right. So
Roll your damage.
that's a 6.
Okay, so where's my thing? There we go. 6, you say?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, you arrows pop. You hear it fuck into it and kind of like oozes into the thing. It turns its baleful eye on you. Next is either Silric or Sargolg.
I'll go next.
I was gonna say you want
Okay.
to go next.
I would like to attempt to slice the tongue of the one that has Dagmark.
Okay. So you are trying to hit armor class 7, but because you are going for the tongue will give you a -1 penalty. So
All right.
on your roll. Armor class 7 and then -1 on
All
your
right.
hit roll.
So 12 plus, no mods. I missed it.
Okay. Yeah, you twang the tongue and it no, it boom pulls out like a little E. It's shaking up Dagmark a little bit. All right, Sargolg, what are you doing?
Rush in at the thing.
Which one?
Did Rodney hit it?
No.
There's one trying to attack you and one that's got Dagmark ensnared in its tongue.
Oh. Can I hit the tongue?
You can certainly try. Like I said, it's going to be armor class 7 and it'll be a -1 penalty to hit the tongue.
Because I mean, if I hack that tongue, then you're free. Got to roll a 10 or up though. I got a 6. This dice sucks balls.
Going back in jail. Okay, Dagmark, what are you doing?
What are my options exactly? This thing's trying to pull me in.
Yeah, it's trying to pull you in with its tongue. So your options are you can try and like power your way out, or you can try to you could try and cut your way out if you have like an edged weapon. So you can make a strength test, or you can, try and like if you have a dagger or something, try and hit its tongue.
I think I'm going to try for the strength test first.
Okay, so you are going to try and roll under your strength, which is 13.
I'm,
Say what?
yeah,
You
I
made
made
that?
it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so with a mighty heave, you grab the tongue and rip it from off of you. The frog is not pleased. And it is now time for another round. So somebody roll a D6.
I rolled a 1.
I rolled a 2. All right, so the one that Steerpike hit with his arrow turns toward him and hops at you and comes on a landing and tries to hit you. Your armor class is 5.
It is indeed 5.
So it is going to attack with its talon. So it's got 2 attacks.
Yee.
1 hits.
Yee.
And you're going to take 2 points of damage as its claws rake you. And that's at a deep froggish croak. And the second one that just had its dinner spoiled is going to close in with you, Dagmark, and do the same. And so it one of them manages to hit you, and you're going to take a point of damage.
And You said that was 3 damage I took?
No, I said 2.
Okay.
All right, so it's your guys' turn. Steer Pike.
Well, time to put another arrow into a frog.
Okay, so you're in melee now. It just hit you with its
Ah.
claw.
Ah. Yeah, so I can't use the arrow then. Yeah, can't use it. All right, time to use the sword then to hopefully hit this thing. You said armor class 5?
Yep.
All right. That missed. Not there you go. There's the roll. And nope, I missed that roll.
All right, Silric.
Yep, I'll attack the one that's fighting with Dagmark.
Okay.
And it's 5, correct? Or was it 7?
Armor class 5.
Okay.
But now you're no longer trying to
Sever the tongue.
yeah, so you can just do a straight roll.
Okay. That's a miss. 3.
And man, you guys are
Dice are sucking tonight.
dice.
Yeah.
Guys need some dice. All right, Sargol.
Try
I
to
forgot
attack
that.
again.
Okay.
Am I entangled by one yet? Or is it just trying
No.
to get Okay.
No. So there's one that's attacking Steer Pike that has been damaged, and there's one that is attacking well, right now, Dagmark, that has not been damaged.
And the one that has
Which is the one that was attacking Dagmark is the one that you attacked before.
and that one still has him wrapped around? With the
No,
tongue?
he managed to
break free.
fight his way out of it.
Okay. And there's just the 2? Thought there was one attacking me too.
Nope.
Okay. I'll attack the one.
There was it went to go and get Steer Pike because he actually hit it.
Okay. I'll attack the one that's closest to me.
All right, that would be at this point it's the one attacking Dagmark because that's the one you rushed up on.
Fuck
All right.
yeah.
Armor class 7.
I rolled a 1.
Okay. Yeah, you miss. Whiff. Dagmark, it is your turn.
Pissed off.
I'm gonna roll to try and bash this frog.
Okay, bash that frog.
Is that a euphemism?
Yeah.
And I miss. No.
All right. And I did not roll for
Barrel.
Beryl before, so she comes out of her stupor and she says, "Oh no!" Because that's what she does.
These giant frogs said that Cuthbert sucks.
All right, so oh, she hits it. She rolled a natural 20.
See?
So her sword gleams in the light as it catches it just right. And she slices the one that Steer Pike was struggling with. And its blood splatters. I like blood splattering. Swords do it very well. Across the path and a little on Steer Pike. And she says, "You shall not harm my friends." Okay, somebody roll a d6.
That is a 1.
I rolled a 4. So this frog, it's trying to bite Beryl. I think it's just going to try and swallow her whole.
Oh no!
And it misses.
Cool.
The second one is still going after Dagmark because none of you have hit it. And it misses. Its tongue lashes out and flips by you, Dagmark. So now it's your guys' turn. So we will start with Steerpipe.
I will once again put the sword into the frog. And okay.
Yeah, you need a new meat sheath, right?
I do indeed need a new meat sheath.
Yeah, this will be a good meat sheath.
Yes, indeed it will be. Dang it. I did not make that roll.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Story.
Yep, I'll try to attack the
Armor class 7.
Armor class 7. No, that's an 8. Man.
All right, Sargolg.
Tonight. I'm gonna attack it. I'm gonna try to roll well this time.
Okay.
Let's see.
You
I
do
got-
that.
Finally, I got a 17 total. I think
Okay, so that hits. Roll your damage.
that hits. Oh shit! Now I got to roll for damage. Let's see how bad this is gonna be. 6 total. Shit. That's not a lot.
6.
Yeah, 6 total. I'm gonna start lying.
All right. No, it's fine. So that particular frog looks very, very. It's still hanging on, but it's like in a. It's in a bad mood because it realizes its food isn't as easy as it thought it was going to be. Dagmark, what are you doing?
I want to attack the one that tried to eat me.
Okay, and that's the one that is like on its last leg.
Good.
Last frog leg.
There you go. Cajun finally coming out.
That would be a hit.
All right. Roll your damage.
4 points of damage.
Okay, it's dead. And the second, well, there's one left, and Beryl just slices it. And all the frogs are gone. So as your hammer, right? You're using a hammer, right?
Yes.
You want to talk about splatter?
Smacks the last frog. It pops. Because why not? And inside there is a barrel, an amethyst, worth 100 gold pieces.
Ooh.
Nice. I'll grab it and toss it to Silric.
Wow, that's a big one. You might want to wipe
Aren't
it
you
off a
keep it-
little bit next time.
Aren't you keeping track of the loot?
Yeah. I'll put it in my pocket.
All right. So I think what we'll do is we will pause you on the cusp of entering the moat house, having defeated the giant frogs.
We gonna cut the leg off. And then we gonna start us a big old campfire, and we gonna cook these damn frog legs, just like we used to do in the Elven Enclave.
Yeah.
There we
Out
go.
of those legs.
Oh, that traditional Elven folk music. I sure do love me some of that.
All right. Well, thanks for playing, guys, and those of you out there in podcast land, thanks for listening. And once we're done with this, we'll go through your experience that you garnered during this, and then we'll pick it up next week.
Good night, everybody.